Yo, what is going on YouTube? Omega V here with you. And today I'm bringing you something that's a little bit boring. Now, I know this isn't the most fun thing to do in the world with Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's something that does need to be covered. So for today's tutorial, I am going over the speed ties, how those things work, and the forbidden and limited list. So yeah, I'm going to start with the forbidden and limited list. All these things on the forbidden list are there for a specific reason. Literally every monster has a reason that's forbidden. If it has an effect that only damages your opponent and has no no side effect that can affect you, or way that it can backfire on you, it will probably at least be limited, if not forbidden. So, for example, we can go over one of my favorite examples to go over. The Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy of the End. So, yeah, this card, if you remember, it can only be special summoned by removing one light and one dark monster from play. I'll have it up here on the screen also, so you can just read it if you want. But yeah, you pay 1,000 life points, discard all cards in the player's hands and everything on the field to the graveyard. Inflict 300 points of damage to your opponents for each card that is sent there by this effect. Yeah, so completely broken and can just destroy you. It can completely wreck your opponent if they have a really good hand or something and you get this out first, which I'm pretty sure the reason why it's banned is because of how ridiculously easy it is to get out. Maybe if they reprinted it and made it a little harder to get out, that would have more of an effect against you. It would probably be a little easier, or might get unbanned to 1, but I really don't see this card becoming unbanned. So yeah, you can see here on the screen all the monsters and stuff that are banned. Like I said, they all have a reason for it. Then we have all the spell cards that are banned. Easiest example for why these are banned is Monster Reborn and Super Polymerization. So yeah, there'll be a, say you have a Monster Reborn in your hand, you can summon out anything in your graveyard or your opponent's graveyard. So no costs at all, nothing. So it's really, there's no reason for this card to ever be unbanned. They tried unbanning it for maybe one ban list they tried, and it just did not work out how I think they wanted it to. Everyone was abusing it and it was just a nightmare. So then same with Super Polymerization, it can use your field or your opponent's field to fuse things to your side. So, and has nothing, yeah, it has nothing that will affect you in any way. And also, you can't do anything to negate that effect, so it is completely broken. So that will probably never get unbanned either. At least in my opinion, it should not get unbanned unless they get rid of the second effect, that nothing can be activated in response to this card activation. So yeah, that's what I think we can. So I think that's a pretty self-explanatory one. Then same with traps, it's just a complete reason why. So yeah, I'm not going to go over a specific trap, they're just all completely broken. The only one I can see coming unbanned and being limited is Solemn Judgment. That's just because you are paying half your life points at any point in the duel for that one to activate, so I can definitely see that one coming back. Alright, now we're on to the limited parts. So yeah, limited. You can see all the cards on here. Again, monsters. There's a reason why they're all limited. Exodia, obviously there was the issue with Exodia decks coming by that just wouldn't even give your opponent a turn, so they had to end up limiting things. Grand Mole, completely broken card. So for Neospatian Grand Mole, you summon it, you attack one monster, and it goes back to their hand without applying any damage, and Grand Mole goes back to your hand without applying any damage. So if your opponent's gone through the trouble of getting out something from their extra deck and wasted a lot of cards in the process, well, Grand Mole is just going to completely negate that. Then same with all the spell cards. So for example, Soul Charge. You summon out as many monsters as you can. You pay 1,000 life points for each. Like, okay, yeah, you're paying up to 5,000 life points potentially, but it can be worth it if you have something in the graveyard that uses, or that can use other monsters like that. Then the traps. So obviously things like Bottomless Trap Hole. Immediately banish any monster that's summoned. Yeah, so all these things, they're all limited for that reason. Like, they're good cards, but they're not completely broken to the point where they will destroy your opponent and ruin their entire duel plan, causing them to rage quit if you're playing online. Then semi-limited, there's not a lot on here. These are things that are limited to 2 each. So yeah, you can see all the different ones on here. So for example, on this one, Max D, you discard it, and every time your opponent special summons for that turn, you resummon, or you draw 1 card, I mean. So you can see why it's limited to 2 on there. And then last on this list is just stuff that's no longer on there. So that's just things that were on the list earlier, and they decided that it's no longer broken to the point where they can't be on the list anymore. So yeah, that's it for the limited and banned stuff. Like I said, it's fairly quickly. I'll have the link down below to this and to the speed ties link. But honestly, the speed ties, I'm gonna have a couple duels this episode just to try to show you a bit more how they work. Yeah, hopefully we can get a couple good duels in with those so I can show you, but because the rules aren't exactly that clear on that. So on to fast timing and effects. So yeah, you can see here on the website I'm on, it goes over in detail how things work. There's a lot of steps. It's actually not as complicated as it looks on here. Once you start playing, you actually get a better feel for how things are doing, which is why I actually enjoy playing online quite a bit, because they help you with it online. You don't have to necessarily know these things off the top of your head, like which ones take priority, which ones don't take priority, what can you activate, what can't you activate, all those types of things. So it's really good to have something like this. This little chart is actually probably the most helpful thing on here, if you can understand it. So for example, here on step A, the game starts, state is open, each player performs an appropriate action. So say yeah, then down here it lists the different options of what you can do. So takes an action that does not start a chain, so normal summon, setting a monster, setting a card, special summoning card, all those things. And then it goes on to, okay, well, what happens if you do this? Alright, does it activate an effect, a trigger effect? If yes, you go on to the chain rules, which explains a little more of how the chains work, what you can do with each chain, and what you can activate and what you can't. If you buy a starter deck or a structure deck, there's actually a little rule book in there that goes over a bit more of all the chain rules and everything. So yeah, then but if it doesn't activate an effect or trigger effect, then it goes on to here, what you can do, and so forth. So it's a really nice little chart. Like I said, this thing isn't really easy to explain at all. It's actually probably the most boring and most difficult part to explain, but you do need to learn it. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and find some duels for you guys. So just 1 second. Yeah, let's go ahead and find a quick duel. I will just play against a bot because I don't feel like finding a player. So I'm gonna go with my Dark Magician deck. So just because I have a variety of things that hopefully we can showcase. This bot is a little bit of a bitch sometimes, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so he said 2 cards. There you go, he activated his trap card. Your opponent cannot declare an attack this turn. Activate. This one actually doesn't let me see the cards that I have in there, so I just kind of have to add it, whatever it is. It's supposed to let me just put them back into whatever order I want. So yeah, you can see here this is a permanent one. He has something set down, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna set this. And then I'm just gonna summon my Magician's Robe. And I can't attack this turn because of his trap, so I have to end. Alright, so let's see what he's gonna do. Destiny draw. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this. I don't know what it's trying to say. Add 1 dark magic or stuff to my hands. I don't want to chain that yet. So he's doing all these things, another destiny draw. Nope, don't want to chain still. Fusion gate. Nope. Still not chaining. No, not yet. Now I'm gonna chain. I'm gonna activate this effect. I'm gonna get rid of my Dark Magic Inheritance. I'm gonna special summon this out. Now my spell card activates its effect and I get to destroy 1 card here. Magician's Robe, so do I want to chain this effect? So you can special summon when you activate this card in your graveyard. Special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So I am gonna go ahead and special summon that in defense mode. Fusion gate. Alright, he is being a little bitch again. That is just fucking stupid. But yeah, you saw how these chains work. He was summoning monsters which had priority over my monster activating his effect. So I couldn't really do anything about that right there. Even though... Wait. Alright, well he was cheating because he cannot inflict damage. He couldn't inflict the damage from my Dark Magician to me because of my Eternal Soul, so AI cheats, but that's not the point of it. So I'm gonna lower the animation speed just a little bit. And we're gonna go once more so that we can hopefully get some more things going on. But you saw the basics of how these chains work. And now let's see what this guy wants to do. I'm not switching. I guess I am switching. Alright, so I am gonna go ahead and go second again because I want my extra draw. So you... And now he's playing pendulums, what the hell. Alright, well, I am gonna normal summon this. I do in fact want to activate its effect. So, see, that one is ignition summon, so even if he wanted to do something right there, he cannot. He has to wait on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a dark magic circle to my hand. And now I'm gonna go ahead and special summon my silent magician. As you can see, it has a 3500 attack. I'm gonna go ahead and activate my circle since I'll still have 3000 attack. And no, I'm not activating that. I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my hand. Alright, so you can see what I've done here. Obviously he did not get as everything that he wanted out, but that's fine. So now that I've attacked, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my main phase 2. I'm gonna set my Starlight Road, and I'm gonna set this. So that way I still have a 2500 monster, and I can pretty much defend against a couple of things. So let's see what he's gonna do now. Alright, well, I don't really care to chain anything right now since he's defending. Yeah, I don't have a monster, so not much I can do. I'm just gonna keep cards in my hand right now. Alright, I am gonna try to bait him out to attack me with something, or to destroy my cards. Just because I want to show you some more chain effects, but yeah, this isn't turning out to be too much of a fun duel. I'm gonna speed things up just a little bit. Too much. Oh, I am not drawing any monsters, so let's go ahead and set that one. And I'm gonna end again. As soon as I draw a monster, this will all be quite a bit faster. Come on, give me a monster, give me a monster. And that's the exact opposite of what I needed, so. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Let's activate one of these so that we can summon out Magician's Rod. And that's only when it's normal summons, so that kinda sucks. Yeah, let's just attack this thing. I really want to show you guys some more chains, but apparently he got a really crappy deck this time around. Alright, cool. He summoned the monster in tech, so we can at least wear down his life a little bit. Well, I am sorry. I got a really terrible hand. I am gonna end this one. But yeah, you can see basically how these effects work and all that. Actually, I want to beat him for last time. I'm not gonna end it just now. Maybe we'll get to pull off some of our effects. Maybe we won't. So. Alright, he's using Monster Reborn. Do I want to chain that effect? Yes, I do. So you can see it's not a quick play card, so that means I can activate my Silent Magician's effect. And I'm going to negate that in his month, so it doesn't work anymore. Oh my god, this is just terrible. I'm just gonna go ahead and activate this. So I can summon my Dark Magician Girl. Let's just get this over with. Yeah, let's activate this because why the hell not, right? What was that? Okay, I have no idea what happened, but it was supposed to give the attack to my Dark Magician Girl. It did not. So I'm going to go ahead and attack his face down. Destroyed. Now attack his next card. Attack him directly, I mean. End my turn. I really want him to draw like Dark Hole or something that he can use to just destroy. What is he doing? Okay, well I guess he just wanted to lose, so yeah, there we go. Beat him this time. Good, because he's a little bitch. And the duel. So yeah, hopefully you got a bit of a better idea how these chains work. But yeah, that's basically the end of this video.